Hi, I'm Kristen.
Hey, I'm Scott.
Hi, I'm Skyla. And I'm Holden.
And we are
The Dean Team.
And we are celebrating because it's our 100th video.
Yeah.
It's a lot of weeks.
2 years ago, we were here in this exact spot celebrating Scott's birthday on St. Patrick's Day weekend. 2 years later, here we are. 100 videos in, 1,500 something subscribers, and so many memories. Today, we are going to share a little bit about us. We haven't really talked about who we are. We asked you to send us some questions, so we're gonna answer those along the way, and we're just gonna kind of meander around Conway, where we live. We're gonna ride some scooters later on.
Scooters.
We're gonna share with you what it's like to have a YouTube channel, to start a YouTube channel and keep it going. And if you have any questions, please put those in the comments. We'd love to answer those too. What do you think? Are y'all ready for an adventure?
Let's go!
I feel like this is the story of our life. So, how the Dean Team got started. Scott and I met in college.
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
I saw him on stage performing in a theater show. I majored in English and theater. You majored in theater. It's one of the reasons we don't feel weird talking to a camera.
I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. Growing up, we did a lot of camping and boat trips with my grandfather and my mother all throughout Minnesota, Canada, Maine. My grandparents had a home in Naples, traveled all over the place.
I was born in Cleveland, Ohio. All of our trips were going down to Walt Disney World, pretty much. I went for the first time in second grade, and then we went basically every year. We did take other trips too, and I especially remember our times in Myrtle Beach.
I think my parents, my grandparents instilled a travel bug. I studied abroad in England for my junior year of undergrad.
And that marked my first time going overseas to visit you. I was born in Cleveland, but then moved outside of the city. So I grew up in a small town called Streetsboro. And I always dreamed of seeing London, seeing Big Ben. And then when you studied overseas, that was my first time going abroad, and it was a huge deal for me.
And it was my first time going abroad as well.
And that inspired us to take a backpacking trip through Europe. After I graduated college, we did a 5-week backpacking trip, which culminated in...
What it culminated in?
You proposed.
Oh, okay.
So Scott proposed to me on the cliffs of
On the
Moore.
very last day of the trip.
After we had slept outside.
We slept on a conveyor belt in an airport.
That was on strike. I
Yeah,
mean, we did it all.
Yeah,
It was
everywhere,
staying
anything. Slept on trains. I mean, it was...
Stayed in hostels with a dozen people in our room. So I say he was testing me. But anyway, so we got engaged the last day of the trip on the cliffs of Moore. It was so magical. I did not expect you to ask. It was not something we had talked about.
I made a ring out of some vines that I found on the way because
Yeah.
I didn't bring a ring. I didn't want to get lost or stolen.
But when we got back here at a jeweler in Georgetown, I have a fire opal. And it's an antique, and the lady at the store said, "Oh, you said yes." We got married in 2007 in Scott's backyard in Louisville.
And then from there, we decided we wanted to go back to school. So I went for photography, Kristen for journalism. It was the same thing with me studying abroad the first time. We could get our master's overseas for the same price as we could here. So we thought, let's take another adventure. And we went for 3 semesters at the University of Lincoln in Lincoln, England, and made some of our best friends that we've ever had in our lives, which you met some of them on one of the previous vlogs.
It was so cool to show the kids where we studied, and if they study there someday, I will be thrilled. That would be so full circle. We got our master's degrees in 2009, and then we moved to Georgia, and that's where we had
Me.
our little Georgia peach. And then when Skyla was 2 years old, we moved to Ohio for a little bit, and that's where we had
Me.
Holden. So we're both Ohioans. OH.
I-O.
It was a good thing we were surrounded by family because when Holden was born, he had a little intestinal blockage.
Yep.
He handled 3 weeks in the NICU like a champ. Everything went super well, totally all recovered. And then where did we move, bud?
Here.
Why do you all think we chose to move here?
Because it has a lot of tourist destinations and it's really cute.
It's very pretty with all the trees and the flowers. It's also hot during the summer, not how Ohio is with all the cold winters. And it's very beautiful, and it's just a tiny little cute town.
They definitely got it right. Those were the deciding factors. There's so much to do here. We specifically chose Conway because we love the historic downtown area. We knew it was close to the beach, but far enough away from all of the kind of touristy traffic.
We love the weather, the water, we're on the river.
The people, and then to be able to introduce the kids to some of the places that we've loved. And then I feel like our experiences have changed so much now that we have kids. We found even more places that we love that we didn't know about when we were students in college here.
Right, yeah. I'm a photographer.
I am lucky enough to work from home. I work as a communication specialist, which has helped a lot in creating this channel. So I think that's another reason we go out and do a lot, is because I work from home, so I'm ready to get out. He looks more tired in our videos because he's always out doing things. Who in our family had the idea to start a YouTube channel? Do you remember?
Was it me?
It was you.
I had a great idea.
He said, we're already out doing so much anyway. Why don't we start a channel? And we had experience creating a YouTube channel back when YouTube was, this is gonna age us, back when YouTube wasn't as big of a thing. We, together for our master's degrees, created a book called Red Wine Helps You Sleep on Trains. And it was all about tips for backpacking Europe. So we started a YouTube channel as part of that project. We looked at it recently and it has over 800,000 views.
Just sitting there for about a decade that we didn't even think anything of it.
We had a book agent at one point. We were kind of in that in-between where YouTube wasn't a huge thing yet.
People weren't buying paper copies of books, so we were just in that weird kind of funk zone of people didn't know what to do with us.
We've always had the desire to kind of be travel journalists, if you will, where we get to share and give tips and that kind of thing. And so this was our second chance to do that. One of the questions we got is, are you homeschooled?
No, we go to a normal elementary school and I'm going to middle school next year. At school, we both do the morning announcements. I also do choir and Go Green Club.
And I do arts and crafts club.
Outside of school, we both do theater. I do softball and cheer.
And I do tumbling and baseball.
Our teachers laugh a little because we're always planning our next trip, but our parents make sure that they're when we have breaks, holidays, or weekends.
If someone were to ask you what it takes to make a YouTube channel, what would you say?
You have to be persistent. I mean, like, you have to keep going. Even if you, like, make a bad clip or something, you have to do it again and keep going.
We don't make bad clips, do we?
We just made like 5. So
Yeah, it took us 5 tries to just do this song, so. You have to be open to ideas. You can't get embarrassed easily because you're talking to a camera, so people are gonna stare at you for that. So like he said, with be able to keep going, planes,
Right
cars, yeah, because they make loud noises. You have to be able to keep going after that happens.
We looked on the app and it told us where all of these are located, and so there's a grouping of 3 here.
Yeah, it was pretty accurate. It told exactly the corner and everything. There were 3 here, so we're gonna check some out.
The app is called Peel, and it has this little banana guy on it. And so it has the QR code that you scan. You put your phone right here, and that's how you pay.
It's $1 to unlock and 45 cents a minute. Pause a ride, $2 for the first minute paused, and 10 cents for each additional minute paused.
Skylar, are you gonna do this?
No, that's a hard pass. Look at how tall this is. That's a hard pass. I've got my own.
There goes your dad. Bye.
safety first.
Trying it in the parking lot first to make sure he feels good about it. This is your front wheel brake, right?
Ooh, okay.
This is the one you use. All right.
I don't trust this.
How does he make it go faster? Oh, there he goes. Whoa, okay.
It's very bumpy. Do you trust me now?
I do trust you now.
Thank you.
You're gonna go for a tour of Conway?
Yep.
Hey, what's up?
Hey!
You're doing great, bud.
Don't cross that with that.
Now that you've seen them in action, do you want to try the scooter?
No, it makes me not want to do it even more.
So we're just hanging out in Teal Alley. Go Shants. Comedy Gold coming up. Where do you put your other foot? It's not going. It's not going. Pushing. I'm pushing.
I just did my last show of Annie Jr. earlier today, like a couple hours ago.
Skyla and Holden, this is where they go in for the cast entrance. They love it. Now Waitress is coming up soon. And you can see the scooters are literally everywhere around town, which is very nice. Is this fun, bud?
Yeah. Can I do it again?
Yeah, we could do this more for sure. Here's some more over by the clock tower at City Hall. We launched our channel in March of 2022, so we were all still kind of coming out of the pandemic, and getting to go out and do things again seemed like a really big gift. Personally for me, in 2021, I had a heart surgery and I also had a defibrillator implanted. Having those health issues, coming out on the other side, being healthy, I have such an appreciation for any memory that we get to make together as a family. The joy that we feel making these videos is very real. Like, we love getting to go out and have adventures together. It really is precious to us to have that and to share that. So we're really thankful to all of you for coming along with us.
We had 3 main goals, and the first one is basically just helping families have the best adventures that they possibly can. We always wanted to be as trustworthy as possible and just give as much accurate information for the time that we went to go do a thing, and just kind of spread that knowledge around so you really know what you're getting into. We also wanted to really create some family-friendly content that everyone could watch together to learn something and just be really uplifting.
Every single night, the kids ask us to put on one of the vlogs so that they can fall asleep listening to my voice and to just one of the adventures that we've had, and that was something I did not expect at all, just how much the vlogs also mean to the kids. Who runs our YouTube channel?
The boss runs the YouTube channel.
And who's the boss?
That one
The
back
one
there.
behind the camera.
She does 95% of the filming, 100% of the editing, all the voiceover work. She's really good about just kind of crafting the story and just making sure we look good on camera.
Aw, thanks, babe. We created our own logo and any of the design elements that you see using a free program called Canva. When we started the channel, we kind of thought one video a week would be manageable, and so that's what we stuck with. I run our website and all of our social media accounts. We hope you're following us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Our social media accounts give you highlights of what we cover in our vlogs, but then also what we don't cover in our vlogs, because we do a lot of things that we don't even put on video. We knew it was important to have a website where we could share more detailed reviews of accommodations or restaurants, attractions. So that's what you'll find on our website, as well as our video library is also housed there.
There was, of course, a little bit of cost involved. We had to buy a new video camera that we didn't own before. We got a microphone for it, so hopefully you can hear us better. And we got a GoPro, which we wanted one anyway, and we knew we were going to use that by the beach and water slides and all that fun stuff. When we first got the selfie stick to hold the camera, we were buying the really, really cheap ones.
Oh, and it broke at Hershey Park.
Yeah, we invested in something, but it is a beast of a stick to hold. It makes a tripod, it can grip onto things. It's gonna last a very, very long time. I'm really impressed with this one.
I do keep a spreadsheet of our schedule so that we kind of know what's coming up. I probably have half of 2024 already planned out. The editing process takes me around 6 to 10 hours per video. I'm a perfectionist, so I like to cut out any pauses, sorting through all the clips, sound balancing, adding music. When we first started the channel, it would literally take YouTube a couple days to upload the video after I created it, so that was very stressful. Once we started regularly uploading, it took less time. So now I would say it takes about 4 to 6 hours for the video to actually upload, but that's also part of the process that I didn't really anticipate of how much time that would take to make a good thumbnail, have the description, everything you need on YouTube to make sure that people can find the videos. I think the biggest question we get asked when we're out filming is, do y'all make any money doing that? So let's unpack that, shall we? Before you can make any money on YouTube, you have to hit some magic numbers. So you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 public watch hours within a 12-month period. So up until that point, you're not making anything.
Nada. And what we're doing, it's never been about the money. We were gonna do this anyway.
Honestly, the only reason we wanted to hit those numbers is to know that we were being found. And obviously, the more subscribers you have, the more that YouTube will recommend your content. So that was really the goal for us, was just to make sure people were seeing what we were taking time to put together. We launched the channel on March 23rd, 2022. It took 2.5 months to get 100 subscribers. My goal initially was, I don't even know if I told you this, was to have 1,000 subscribers in the first year. I was like, if we get that, then I feel like we're doing okay.
When do we hit it?
So at the 11-month mark, we had 500 subscribers.
Ooh, so close.
So close. It took us 15 months to hit 1,000 subscribers. On July 31st, you remember where we were?
Was it Hershey Park?
No,
I don't know.
we were in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah. I remember now. Yeah, we found the people out front of World of Coke now.
We literally got to watch the person hit the button to be our 1,000th subscriber, and I like hugged her. I was like in tears. I was like, thank you so much. So it was a really special moment. I will never forget that.
By the time we hit 1,000, we had already made 76 videos with 167,000 views and 21,000 hours watched.
None of which we got paid for because we didn't have enough subscribers. Now that we've hit the magic 1,000, not much has changed. Not getting rich off of it unless you are, Mr. Beast. We made a commitment right up front that we're gonna donate at least 10% of anything that we do make off of the channel to help local organizations because we feel like it's so important to give back to our community because we love where we live so much. What's your favorite local video we've made?
Thompson Farms is definitely up there when we go for Halloween, when we watch Hocus Pocus and do the corn maze.
That's a great tradition.
With friends.
And mine is the zombie run that.
So both Halloween.
That was so fun.
But that's also because we live in Halloween, South Carolina.
Yeah,
Not right now though.
not yet.
It's March.
I think my favorite place has been the Myrtle Beach State Park campground. That was a great experience, and going there was really, really nice.
I've loved all of the mini golfing videos we've done. I grew up mini golfing with my family here, so it means a lot to do that with the kids. It brings back a lot of memories. It's always a crazy time, so I really enjoy the mini golf videos.
My favorite trip has to be England and France. There's no beating that yet.
But I would say Legoland with Grandma and Pa because that was really fun to see their reactions of a new theme park.
Because they had never been there before, and we got to show them around.
And it was brick or treat, so.
Another Halloween, we love it.
Yeah.
I think my favorite trip has probably been Hershey Park because it was so brand new, out of the ordinary. Again, maybe it goes back to camping, I don't know, but it was a good time with friends. I didn't know what to expect. I don't think I watched a video beforehand, so it was a huge surprise as well. I really liked Hershey Park.
My favorite video was the Not So Scary Halloween party at Walt Disney World. That was one of the most magical days of my life. We closed it down at 1 a.m. We rode everything we wanted to. I loved our costumes. It was such a lead up to that trip because I'd been dreaming about it and it exceeded my expectations. I don't know if anything will top our first Disney cruise that we did on the Fantasy.
That was great.
I never thought I would go on a cruise in my life. That's not something that we'd ever really talked about doing until we had kids and we heard people talking about a Disney cruise. It exceeded expectations. That's why we did another cruise this year. What is somewhere we haven't been yet or done yet that you'd like to do for the channel?
Canada.
Well, where you and Dad got engaged in Ireland.
The Cliffs of
The
Moher in
Cliffs of
Ireland.
Moher. They look so pretty and I really want to go.
An Alaskan cruise on the Disney Wonder. I really want to do that.
I do too. I think we're gonna wait till you're teenagers for that one so we can do a lot of excursions.
Yeah.
We've been to so many places, but I would really like to go to some of the beaches and the coast along South Carolina and Georgia. Cumberland Island, Beaufort, South Carolina, somewhere down in that area.
The one place in America that's still on my bucket list is the Grand Canyon. I would love to do that as a family. That will be when the kids are a little bit older. We actually took the kids to New York City to see a Broadway show and show them some of the sights before we started our channel. So I would love to go back again now that we have the channel because that was such a magical trip. So we'd love to share some of that with you.
I would really like to take them to Italy. Pizza all day long. All day, every day.
Skyla is named for the Isle of Skye in Scotland, which is one of the most beautiful places we've ever been. And so we really want to take her there to see the place she's named for. So that's another trip that we definitely need to do. It will happen.
We'll go back there. One of the questions that we got asked was, do businesses comp or sponsor you to come and create content?
The answer to that is actually changing because when we first started the channel, I had major imposter syndrome. Like if someone said, oh, do you have a YouTube channel? I'd be like, oh, we're trying to. I really wanted to wait until we had hit 1,000 subscribers. We're more established as a channel to reach out to anybody. And we lucked out in that we had annual passes to a lot of places. So a lot of the things we were doing, we were not paying for out of pocket. And a lot of things fell into our laps. Like my mom would get us tickets to the Pelicans game, or we won tickets to the Sky Wheel, or the kids got tickets from the library to go to Wonderworks. Any of the big trips that we've taken, we do pay full price for. We've done a lot in 2 years.
Would you argue too much?
No, not at all.
All right.
Can you think of all the big trips we've taken?
Legoland,
Several times.
multiple Disney cruises.
2.
We went to Europe,
France and England.
Hershey Park. Where else?
Atlanta.
Atlanta was a good one.
We've done NASA.
Oh yeah, Cape Canaveral, NASA was another one.
We did Cocoa Beach. We've been to Disney World. We did their Not So Scary Halloween party. Those were all trips that we would have taken anyway, though. I don't think we planned any of those trips for the channel. And we always try to do things on the cheap as much as we can. Obviously, visiting England, we stayed with friends for a lot of that time. And in Atlanta, we stayed with friends. In Hershey Park, we went camping. Any ways that we can save money, we're always going to try to do. And we always try to be very honest with you about if we are spending money on something, was it worth it?
We've probably splurged more on food for the channel to showcase some special things.
And that's when I say, it's for the channel. We do now have a media kit, which is very fun. I want to give a huge shout out to Moms of Myrtle. If y'all don't follow their website, momsofmyrtle.com, and on social media, Amanda's amazing. We started around the same time and she reached out to me. There's actually a really supportive group of content creators in the Myrtle Beach area, which has been amazing. But Amanda especially, we clicked right away. We knew we were doing similar things, but also very different, but we'd like to work together. I'll write guest blogs for their website. She really encouraged me along the way. Do you remember the first thing where we got approached to make a video?
No.
It was early in the channel, the storybook experience.
Oh, the Beauty and the Beast thing? Yeah.
Shout out to them. That was so exciting for us to get to go cover that. Since then, we've teamed up with other people, most recently Red Dragon Cove Mini Golf, NHOP. We also have a partnership with Stateroom Statements, which has come out of our cruising. It's a company that's owned by one of our friends who's killing it, named Kirk. Shout out Kirk. They make everything for cruising. So that's been a really cool partnership. We want to team up with more Myrtle Beach-based businesses so we can show you everything there is to do in the area. So be on the lookout for that. And we'll always call them out in the video. You know, if we've teamed up, we'll say thank you for having us out. So we'll let you know. What is your favorite part of documenting your journey and your least favorite part?
My favorite part about documenting our journey is because we get to do so many cool things. We go on a bunch of trips and we go to really extreme places. Like we went to England and France recently. We go on Disney cruises. It's a lot of fun.
Spending time with family is also another thing that you get to do. Me and Skylar are at school and Mom and Dad both work, but the times that we're not doing that, we're doing something really fun and exciting.
My favorite part about documenting our journey is when we get a comment that says, you really helped us plan our trip. We just got an annual pass here because of your video. Those kinds of things mean the world to us. Just so you know, if you have ever commented on any of our videos, I have read every single one and it means so much to us. One of the coolest things that has happened since we started our channel was a family messaged me a video of their children doing the Keep Adventuring with Skyla and Holden, like in their living room, they ran away. And that was so cute. Like the kids loved seeing that. My least favorite part is keeping track of the battery. Our battery is about to die on the camera right now.
The shot list and then realizing, oh, we didn't do a X, Y, or Z or something.
We shot ourselves in the foot with that, of always doing a be sure to like and subscribe and a keep adventuring. They're really fun and I love that part of the video, but sometimes we forget. The reason we do the be sure to like and subscribe when we have the kids do it is because we have realized in having a YouTube channel, that is the biggest thing you can do. If you have a YouTube channel that you like, liking and subscribing is how YouTube recommends that content. And a third of our content is watched because YouTube recommended it, because people said that it was good by liking, commenting,
comments,
that kind of thing.
Big one.
Huge. Yeah. We thought it'd be cute for the kids to kind of pop out of a place and do it. It is a lot.
Mine is probably the walking. My legs hurt.
Walking to get to places.
Like when we were in Disneyland Paris, my legs were about to die.
It is a lot of walking when you're a travel vlogger, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for coming along with us on this 100th video. I hope you've learned a little bit about the Dean team, what it took to make our channel. What are you guys excited for next?
Just next weekend. Whatever next weekend holds, I'm up for it. Let's go.
Next adventure. I'm most excited for Universal Studios coming up in June. Mm-hmm. This girl's got a birthday, so we'll be celebrating that. Got a couple big trips coming your way. It means so much to us that anybody is watching these videos. Thank you for those of you who have been with us. If you're new to our channel, welcome. We're so happy you're here and keep adventuring. We'll see you soon.
Be sure to like and subscribe.
And as always, for the 100th time,
Keep adventuring!